Hey all, January 18th, Thursday. I don't know what the temperature is outside, but it's not enough degrees is. What I wanted to talk to you today about is crutch or credibility. It's unfortunate, some of the obstacles we find before ourselves in the game of life. My question to you today is, are you using your obstacles as a crutch or to gain credibility? Now, I understand that every story has many unique factors. You, what you're dealing with, and how it came to be, all are one-of-a-kind scenario. With that in mind, I'll speak generally. Trigger warning, I'm about to remove victim status for a large majority of the globe and like 99.999% of Americans. Think with me for a moment, how many people do you know with a problem? Any problem. An old sports injury, tax burden, too fat, too skinny, any kind of problem. Everyone, right? Now think for a second how often you hear people mention their problems. Without even realizing it, men, women, children, from the right, the left, just about everyone brings up something, and most times, without even realizing it, their personal obstacles get weaseled into just about every conversation. My cancer this, my injury this, my sex, my color, blah, blah, blah. You have strong, confident victims. I was able to accomplish these many great things, but if it hadn't been for X, Y, and Z, I could have done so much more. And then you have the ultra victim. I have not and never will accomplish anything because of X, Y, and Z. Both victims with the same exact set of circumstances. Life. Now, think of those select few, the ones that you've never heard mention anything. You know they have problems, because everyone does, but it doesn't seem like it, and you wouldn't know what they are because you never hear about them. We all have a few of these people in our lives, somewhere. Family member, coworker, employer. Think for a second about someone that seems to never complain. Now, tell me how you would rate their success, relationships, overall stability in life, and most notably, respect level. How do people view them? Pretty interesting, right? The temptation to claim victim status. We all want to be respected, and to fill that desire, we will go out of our way and to our detriment to scratch that itch to get the slightest feeling of respect. The problem is the same place we keep respect fills up very quickly with sympathy. Let's look at it this way. It's dinner time and you haven't eaten all day. You know you need some protein, carbs, fats, a good meal. You know that you need the nutrients for the long haul, but then you chug a huge glass of water. Two things happen. For a moment, very briefly, you have a full feeling in your stomach. The second, you no longer have room for the dense, nutrient-filled, long-lasting substance that you really need. Sympathy is a glass of carbonated water. Fills a waiting void very effectively, but it's 50% air. Respect is a steak dinner with potatoes and a side of vegetables, followed by strawberry cheesecake and a glass of wine. Every day. I'll give a couple examples. If you lose your job, what's your next step? The unemployment line or the want ads? I've never claimed unemployment, but wouldn't shame someone who has. After all, that's what it's there for, the in-between. But 99 weeks? You're all responsible for the difference between poor me, and well, life just got a little more interesting. I wonder what's next. Let's go find out. To reinforce my point, you'll always notice the victim perpetually plays the victim. Let's take for our second example an amputee. No one ever uses their problems to get ahead and then stops using them. Reason being, never gets them ahead. I need this or that because of this boo-hoo, poor me circumstances. We've all done it, seen the homeless appearing amputee at the corner store, pass him a buck or two, and a 55-gallon drum of carbonated sympathy. Compare that to the person that, despite the same exact amputation under the same circumstances, drives up to that corner store, pumps their own gas, goes in to pay, etc. First, you wouldn't be digging for loose change, and you know damn well he's not interested in an emotional glass of Pellegrino. You would immediately respect that person for operating so well in spite of his disability. An injury, accident, heart disease, cancer, you were born a man or a woman, dark or light skin, missing pieces, financial troubles, etc., etc. All of these things have one commonality. They happen at one time or another to this or that random person, a result of individual decisions or just plain circumstances. The truth remains, they have and will continue to happen. The question today is, What are you going to do when it does? So you're black, white, Hispanic, have an innie or an outie, tall, short, injured, disabled. Guess what? So are a lot of other people. Do you really want to be the left-hander that constantly grumbles about can openers, scissors, and the coil being on the wrong side of the notebook? Or be remembered like Jim Abbott? For all you young people, he was a very accomplished and successful Major League Baseball left-handed pitcher, which, by the way, was the only hand that he had. So, you didn't get that job or promotion, you don't feel respected or even liked, you're super depressed and lonely, you weren't the last pick for the team, hell, you're not even on the team. It's not because of your sex, weight, height, color, etc. It's because of your attitude. That or you have more hardware in your face than Home Depot or more ink on your body than the last billboard you passed. Either way, it's your fault. Suck it up, Buttercup. I look forward to your comments and thoughtful discussions. Every one of you are doing awesome, despite your obstacles. Now don't make me out to be a liar. Good day.